Hello. Good evening, everybody. Oh, it's awesome, man. What an absolute find, we'll just say. I can't believe it. It's like the nicest car I've ever driven. The guy I bought it from is so passionate about it too. I asked him for like some maintenance, you know, like if I can bug him for some like maintenance pointers, cause like obviously you know what you're doing. He already sent it. He already sent me like a nice little spread of timings of things and what to get where. And I was like, I bet you, if I take good care of that, I'll be able to make that car go another 200,000 miles. So, I'm not joking. But it's nice, really, really nice. We posted a video about it on Discord, showing it off a little bit. So, yeah, I know, right? Well, it was, yeah. He's like I said, he's a retired farmer. He farmed for 10 years, has his beautiful home out in the middle of the country, and just was really passionate about the vehicle. He didn't want to leave. He didn't want to get rid of it, but his wife, good old wives, saved the day. If there weren't wives telling husbands not to have certain cars, there wouldn't be cnotbusches having those cars. See how it all works. So yeah, his wife, it was gonna be their second car, and she was gonna drive that one, but she didn't like how she actually came from China. She immigrated from China, and she's used to driving like really small cars, and it's kind of a bigger car, so they ended up getting a different Honda for her, and it was just kind of sitting around. So, but yeah, I told him, I was like, I'll probably be the last owner this car ever has. So I tend to buy things and drive them until they fall apart. So he was a little bit sad too when I pulled away. You know, like a little. Oh, I was actually a little bit worried he was gonna like even like call me up, you know, before I was gonna go pick it up and be like, no deal. I can't separate from it. Little K car, yeah. But yeah, it's nice. It's really nice. Again, thank you guys so much for supporting that endeavor. There's no way in heck I would be able to get something like that myself, so I do appreciate it. One liter. Funny enough, they measure engine sizes with liters, so I know that registers a 1 liter motor. So there's always random things they'll do. It's probably because as car engine sizes is more of an international type of deal, so that's why they use liters. This one's got a 3.5 liter V6. It's got some get up, that's for sure. 280 horsepower. You measure boats and caravans in feet, everything else in metric. Speedy, yeah. Yeah, my big toe. I just pushed the pedal with my big toe. But I drive like a grandpa, so cars tend to last longer when you do that, or at least need less maintenance. All right. Oh, we're gonna continue work on Looper here. We were working on her neck piece, and we need to get that finished and in the oven so it doesn't start to fracture on us. It's looking nice. And then once we do that, we can. Well, actually, you know, we might be able to sculpt this and maybe attach the hand and sculpt the sleeve, but just don't want to mess up the we have to be careful not to mess up the collar. Little shoulder rub. Little polishing the old jewelry here. That's looking pretty good. Emma gave the car the approval, the Emma approval. Oh, I see where we left off here. Didn't do the trimming on this side yet. Pretty big thunderstorms grazed by us this evening. We just got hit by the end of it. Just the edge hit us. It's been such a wet summer. Oh, speaking of which, I didn't post a garden update. Maybe we should watch that. Yeah, you guys can see. I mean, yeah, let's watch. Let's watch it. It's a good idea. And everyone comes here for the garden talk and updates. I know that. Sculpting stuff's like a commercial while you wait for the next garden update. It's 40%. Let's make sure we get high quality here. 1080p. Right, let's see here. Showtime. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for another garden update. It's still pitter-pattering a little bit of rain. Flowers are doing all right. Let's see here. I replanted this area, and you can see it's already coming up. Those are 3 rows of peas. So, isn't that crazy how quick? I swear I planted it like less than a week ago. It's like the peas are already coming up. It's because of the soil being really warm, plus all the moisture. So, quick germination. Once they start growing up, I'm gonna put some like string or rope across those sticks there. And then 1 row. This is lettuce, so just kind of filling in the area. I got a ton of grass from the neighbors, so I've been kind of just covering everything. There's a few this is the free tomato plants that were so neglected. I'm trying to bring back to life. So the beans here you can see are doing really good. I went to the grocery store and they had a bunch of tomato plants out front that said free, and they were like they were barely alive. So I decided to grab a few and see how well the garden can bring it back to life. So far they're still stunted. So dense. I know I don't talk about everything in this video, but every single plant you see here is some sort of crop, some sort of edible. It's either edible or it's medicinal. So yeah, I know it's like a food jungle. Good. Let's see here. Tomatoes are starting to kind of pop off. I'm trying to think what else is kind of new. Well, that whole area I planted some beans there, but you can see all these greens. These are arugula, because that's where the arugula patch was, and it's just self-sowing. So I guess it'll just become beans and arugula. So, but man, we've been getting so much moisture plus the hot days that things are just growing like crazy. So, on here, some mugwort, chives. See how these tomatoes are doing. Yeah, you can see there's a lot of green fruits on there. See? Well, the phone cut me off. I don't like that. There's the native tobacco plant. I'm so excited to see how that one's doing. I don't smoke tobacco, nor do I encourage anyone to, but it's just kind of a part of culture and history. I just want to, I don't know. There's other uses for the plant other than that too. So, and the fact that it's a native strand is really interesting to me. So, very into the way the natives did things, especially with the garden. This is the hops. Now the stem has like it's like really sticky, so I'm able to convince it to stick to this wood, and it's just kind of growing up. So another one I'm really excited about. We can see kind of some calendulas right there. Those orange flowers, and then that's borage. Okay, now let's get to the. Actually, do we got any zucchini? There's one zucchini in there. These zucchinis like really took off, but now they're like not doing well at all. Doesn't look like they have anything attacking them, so I wonder what's going on there. There's one there, but I'm gonna leave it on there a little bit, let it plumpen up a little bit more, which it should after all this rain. Those potatoes, you can start to see they're starting to kind of go down, which means the harvest is upon us.
I didn't see any earwigs.
That's the ground cherries and the beans. Onions, I still didn't harvest all of them. Once the necks bend over, like like this one right there, I can pull that one up. Because once that happens, that means they're done growing. Some of them are like, that's a really big one right there. Got some really big ones in there. But this, man, this is like the jungle back here. Look at this. It's just completely
It's like
loaded.
dark. It's like dark in there.
Sunflowers are starting to pop up there, and then here's those. Right behind these row of sunflowers is the Jerusalem artichoke. See it? See it all? And it's from the sunflower family, so it's got these really pretty flowers. And then underground are tubers that grow like potatoes but taste like artichokes. And they're drought tolerant, disease resistant, frost proof, like they're just like an indestructible plant. And then notice this is like regular corn right here. You can see the little seed heads kind of popping up top there, or I think that's where they get pollinated actually. The bees pollinate that, and that's what grows each one of the kind of kernels. Here down by the squash, we got some squash starting to come in. I really gotta weed or get my way in there. There's no weeds here. This is the great thing about this. This is all squash coverage, and the squash kind of makes it so there is no weeds. So once your taller plants are growing, okay, we're entering the jungle here. Once your taller plants are growing, then the squash will make sure nothing else comes up. This is the whatchamacallit, the watermelon. I thought there was a little baby watermelon around here somewhere. I don't know, but it's continuing. There's the sweet potato. Let's see here. Step over. Tomatoes starting to really fill in there. And that, look at how tall the broom corn is compared to the regular corn. And it still hasn't even produced the top yet. It's this really skinny stalk. Man, I love trying out new varieties of things. Oh, look at these tomatoes right there. Look at the prime. Oh, there's a nice big one right there. See that one right there? Oh. The amaranth, that's what those purple things are right there. Yeah, that's about it. Nothing too new. I kind of want to just show how things were kind of starting to bloom. Sunflowers are starting to bloom. The Jerusalem artichokes are starting to bloom at the same time, which makes sense because they're part of the same family, sunflower family. But yeah, let me see if I can flip the camera so you can really see. Actually, I'll put that away. I don't know if I can. I don't know if I can flip the camera. Anyways, let me just take a step back here. This is what it looks like when people drive down the alley. But little do they know, I have my little sanctuary in here. Yeah, and it's nice and cool in here too, being surrounded by all that plant life. This is one of Emma's gardens. She planted some beans there. Oh, that's another one we can check on. I got this one right here. This is a birdhouse gourd. I'm having it grow through the fence, and then this one is birdhouse gourd growing through the fence there. And then look at all these onions I got so far. Let's see here. I had to cover them before it started to rain. A whole wheelbarrow full.
A wheelbarrow of onions.
Threw them all in there because I'm trying to dry them out. So once the rain stops, I'll hang them all back up. And there we go. All right, everybody. Till next time. Bye-bye. Garden update.
It's growing really good, that's for sure.
So that method, so in the back, the reason that growth is so vibrant is we're using companion cropping, and I'm doing it just like the natives used to do it, which Native Americans used a method called the Three Sisters method, which is you put corn, you kind of build like a mound. There's two mounds back there where it's like a dirt that I hilled up, and on the top of the mound you plant corn. When the corn gets high enough, you plant beans around the corn, the pole beans, the kind that will grow up the corn. And then after that, you do the squash at the base of the plant. Now I added in onions into the mix, and the onions in that area that where it's all like companion crop are like massive. They're really, really big. So it's just the power of, you know, companion planting, you know, which is how things really should be grown, but we don't in commercial farming because you can't, there's no way to have like a tractor that can harvest variety so close together, you know what I mean? So all the modern farming methods we do are simply so machines can harvest easier and plant easier and do all that stuff. So, but it's not how nature works. That's how nature works, though, the way I did the garden. So that's the way it should be. And you can tell, man, the flavor of that food, the food is like just more flavorful, more filling. Like it's just different. It's completely different. So, but of course, without modern farming practices, most of us would have to be farming. So, oh, let me grab the project. Yeah. What was it, before modern farming tools were invented? It was like I can't remember what the percentage of the population. Right now, the percentage of population that's farming is like 1% or less than 1%. But back in the day, it used to be like 60+%, maybe even higher, like 90%. Yeah. Well, I planted I did companion cropping with the sunflowers. One of the sections of sunflowers, I planted onions and radishes at the very early beginning of the season. And right when the radishes were about to be finished, I planted the rows of sunflowers in between. And so I'd harvest the radishes, and by then the sunflowers were starting to take over, you know. Every year it gets better and better. I'm excited. There's two sides to the garden now. We got the herb side and the you know, medicine making and the food making.
Well done, brave hero. Your labor has borne fruit. Enjoy these goods as a reward for your dedication.
Oh, you done did it now, behold, Mello. Almost called you by your real name. There we go. No, I don't. I am but a lowly renter. Just a vagabond passing through, so building root cellar is out of the question. I use an older method called a potato clamp. I'll tell you about it here in a second. Valor and honor will carry you far, but never forget the strength of your heart. Mellow. Never forget. Yeah, so yeah, I don't own the place I'm at. I'm just renting here, so everything I do has to be temporary, you know. But there's a method called the potato clamp. What it is you dig like you get all your root vegetables at the end of the season before winter hits. You dig a big hole, or even a like a yeah, a big trough or a big hole to fit all the root vegetables. You line it with straw, like a little basket. You put all your root vegetables in there. You put straw on top of that, and then you put dirt on top of that, and that becomes that's how they used to. I think some places even still do that, but essentially the straw and everything will make the stuff not freeze, and you just kind of go back there in the wintertime, remove the snow, and you can dig some potatoes out. So it's called a potato clamp. So that's the way I go about it. And then of course onions and garlic and all that stuff can just be stored inside like normal. So you have to make the best of what you have, no matter how much or how little. This is something I live by. It's nice to see every single one of those Jerusalem artichokes I planted grew very well. It was just a tiny little chunk of a root when I got them. There's also potatoes in there. Potatoes are kind of everywhere. How am I going to utilize it? I'm just going to cook it and eat it. I grew it as a more of like a... It's more of... I wanted to grow it and learn it because it's a plant that experts that look at areas that are like having a hard time procuring food, why they don't grow more, because it's so prolific. It's like impossible to kill. There's no pests, no insect. It 100% survives the frost and drought tolerant. So, and it produces so many calories per square footage. So I just wanted to, I don't even know if I even enjoy eating it, but I wanted to grow it and at least have it in my seed bank. Challenge accepted. So I'm just gonna do humanity a service and start guerrilla garden planting it all over the place. So in a case of emergency situation, I can point everyone to a food source. That's the long-term strategy. Well, I hope everyone likes the taste of artichoke, because we're gonna have plenty of that. Okay, all right. I do. I heard Brussels sprouts have the same feature that the more times you like, if they get frozen and then they thaw out, that they get sweeter. There's an interesting tie to sweetness and cooler weather and bitterness and hotter weather. A lot of the plants, they get bitter once it gets hot out. It is already that time. Me too, yeah. Bought a new home with a full acre of land. Next year is my garden year. Start saving cardboard. It's probably one of the best. Tell you the best way to like tame land down. You know, to get rid of the weeds in the grass. You just lay like a thick layer of cardboard everywhere. Goats. That would be the ideal situation, though. House with a little plot of land, vegetables, chickens, and goats. That's all you need. Your father-in-law is a goat farmer? Oh, nice. One inch of topsoil. Okay. You just gotta start poaching fall leaves. That's what I do. Hey. What's up, Kathy? What's up, Saint? Leaf poacher. I am a leaf poacher. Hey, you gonna eat that there pile of leaves, or can I have it? I always want. I can't even imagine what my neighbors think sometimes. There's a neighbor I recently just met, and the first time I met him, I asked him if I could harvest black walnuts once they start falling from his tree. He's like, you can take as many as you want. I'm always asking for the things that I know nobody wants, that I find value in. I want to make black walnut hull tincture and they just started falling actually, so I gotta start going over there and collecting. You have to get fresh, you know, the black walnuts, they fall from the tree and they have that green outside husk. Kind of looks like a tennis ball. There's very strong medicinal properties in that hull. So you harvest it, you cut the hull off, you put it in a jar, and then you add alcohol, vodka, and let it sit for like 3 weeks.
Hail, noble ally. Please accept these treasures as a gift for your unwavering service to the kingdom.
Hey, Comps, thank you so much, man. I appreciate it, brother. Well, thank you very much for all the support, and thank you for, yeah, thank you for your 66 months tier 2. I appreciate it, man. Yeah, I'm really happy with what we got. Got aging potion and troll boogies. What do you choose? Choose your fate, my friend. I used to get paid 50 cents a nut when I was a kid. I was sent out to collect. Hey, 5 cents. I was gonna say, man, you can make a lot of money. Boogies. Okay. Yeah, black walnuts themselves are actually really expensive. It's like $10 for a bag of black walnuts or something like that. There's nothing that's completed that's for sale. Most of my work is commissioned. I do have a few projects that are like that are unfinished, that are unclaimed, but that's about it. In a world of chaos and uncertainty, may your heart be your compass, guiding you to your destiny. Are they green boogies? I don't know. Thanks, man. I appreciate it, dear comps. Yeah, most of my stuff kind of gets made, it's commissioned work, so. But on Discord, there's the pieces. Colleen pinned the projects that are available for scooping up. But yeah, I don't have anything finished. What flavor troll boogie? Cave troll. Musky with a subtle taste of minerals. Yes. Listening to your heart has guided you here. Yeah, we did, Kathy. Yeah. I posted a video in Discord or on the Kickstarter, or not Kickstarter, the GoFundMe page. No chaos or uncertainty. Just a little bit. Only a little bit. Yeah, it's quite the gem of a find there, Kathy. It shall serve us well, I'm sure. Oh yeah. Oh shoot. Totally forgot about that. When was that? The 22nd, right? It'll be our 5 year. 5 years. Isn't that crazy? Celebrated your 9th last week? Alright. Goes fast, man, that's for sure. Just save my big. Nah, the missus is in the same. We're on the same wavelength and stuff like that. We're not we don't get into it too much. It's like oh that's nice. And then we'll you know, just maybe take it easy that day, have a nice dinner or something. But we don't really buy each other gifts. Toilet parts, alright. Hey, thanks a lot, comps. Good luck on your toilet fixing endeavor. Number 42, wow. That's longer than I've been alive. Yeah, I mean, yeah, we don't need us. It is nice, and there's nothing wrong with people celebrating anniversaries and stuff, but we do try and make an effort of, you know, loving each other every day, and you know, remembering that every day that we get to spend together is really a gift. So, because one day we'll wake up and like potentially it won't be the case, you know. So the only way to do it is to enjoy every day. So if and when that time comes, you know you made the best of it, you know.
Let it out the land. Champions have been welcomed by our honored recruiting hand.
Hey, comps, 5 gifted subs. Thank you very much, my friend. You get another wisdom for that. Yeah, let's see what the wisdom. What? How will Comps's toilet journey go? Let's see here. Hey, thank you very much, my friend. I appreciate that. Let's see what the wisdom has for you here. Indeed. With every battle won, you grow stronger and more capable. Keep fighting for the life that you want. That's right. Fight that toilet, comps. Overcome that toilet, and you will grow stronger and more capable of all your future toilet fighting battles. Just remember that if you're struggling with your project there. You will be flushed with success. Sounds to me like the wisdom says he's gonna have a hard time a little bit, but hard time will make him better at it, at fighting that battle in the future. Fiber. You know how it is. You set off to do some simple job and it always turns into a big ol', you know. Not always, but it is the way. Oh. Hey, Looper. Yeah, get some much needed rest there. I'll catch you later. Hey, something he's sorry about your face. How you doing there, buddy? Let's see. Bill payday. Wait, so you paying the bills or are you getting paid? Walnuts. Yep. You missed the morning streams or 10 p.m. your time? Well, you know, I streamed 2 times for that reason, though. It's that Imagine if I only stream one time during the day, there would be a whole group of people that would probably never even see me. There is a whole group of people that probably have never even seen me that watch Twitch while I'm sleeping. I've never had a more productive schedule than working split shift. I've tried many different schedules and ways of doing things, and yeah, it seems to be the most productive, because you get a nice, you know, break in the middle to like recharge, and then I mean, I'm doing other things, but just being able to step away from the desk. Hey.
Welcome you to a land and bravery. Thanks be to our recruiter for their wise choice.
Hey, sorry about your face. Gifting out 6 months of sub to Dwarvesta. Enjoy your luxurious stay. 6-month stay. Half a year. Hey, sorry about your faces dying there. Thank you very much, man. I appreciate the support. Okay, I think we're gonna add some scratches here and to this metal necklace. Rough it up a little bit. I think we'll be ready to lock in this neck piece here. Looks pretty good. We'll toss that in the oven and work on our poor little afraid newbie mage. I'll be right back. All right.
The forbidden cup is the tastiest.
Oh, we just got fresh ground beans today, so I couldn't resist. I do like evening tea, but I need to get like a tea setup still. Right now I've been saucepanning it up, so. Need a mimic cup. This was made by Play in the Mud. She streams here on Twitch. She makes excellent cups, man. Really, it's the perfect size for me. Really sturdy, really nice looking. Handmade. Poly Studios. There we go. I have a few of them. Colleen's the one who hooks me up. She's gifted me a few of these. Let me show you the real colors. Hold on. See that? That look nice. Nice sturdy handle. Nice thick rim. Good stuff. I can definitely vouch. Okay, so we have this, which is the first hand. Let's grab. I made the frame for the second hand. You have a couple? Yeah, it's good. So we need this hand to be like kind of like holding rope. So a holding rope grip. This guy, yeah, he's probably before your time. I think it was before. Yeah, I think it was before I was streaming on Kick. So this is the dwarf. This is the first dwarf, the husband character. The female dwarf we're making is kind of chasing after him, and she's got the thread or the rope in one of her hands. Put that in the wrong way. Oh no, there we go. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with how he turned out. Really captured the likeness of him too. Just needs a snip. Yeah, right. Yeah, sure. Two character scene. Husband and wife combo. That's a really repeatable project. I can see doing more of those where folks send me their photos and have me pretty much turn them into a D&D versions of themselves, or even yeah, just fantasy. This is the second pair I've done. One of your daughter? Yeah, sure. Something like that. All right, let's I had to sneeze. Now this is just a 22 gauge wire. This is some floral wire. It doesn't have to be floral wire. It can just be regular stainless or galvanized steel. I just happen to have a spool of floral wire. I actually find a lot of wire, like spools of wire and stuff like this at like thrift stores. Full spools for like 50 cents, you know. Quite often, actually. It's a good item to look out for. There are just certain things you can get, if you're always looking for it, you can get it pretty cheap. Okay, let's start covering the fingers here. Gonna use some super glue. Yeah, I think so. I'm quite happy with the whole scene. Okay, so we're gonna This is always the tricky part. The final boss, what do you mean? The final piece? Oh. Yeah, you guys will see it. It's okay, I speak fluent, bad autocorrect. Okay, let's just get some material on all this. Man, it's gonna be hard to do it this way. We have to go. A little bit different here. It's funny when I'll use the Mrs. phone, and I'll use the text to talk function on there, and it'll like text to talk whatever I said in German. Like, wow, is my English that bad that it thinks that I'm speaking German? Multipass. Yeah, I'd definitely say that that'd be true for me too. It's just a great movie. They really did a good job. So timeless too, man. I'll watch that nowadays, and it still really holds up visually and everything. Is there a specific piece you're most proud of? No, not really. The work kind of gets better as we go, you know, and so I guess the answer might be the whatever the most recent finished piece is would be the answer. Yeah, exactly. I think her usually your phone only has one language downloaded, but hers has two because of me using it and her using it. Oh yeah. Australian humor. Nice. Hanging out in the background, all right. Annie Memas. Anime mosh pit. Anime mosh pit. Oh my goodness. All right. I got it. I got it. I had such a hard time with with like words just smushed together like that. My brain will break it down into all the wrong ways first. All right. How you doing, anime? What's up, Web? How you doing? Aram, Wrath. Oh yeah. We're doing good, man. Doing really good. It's the end of another lovely day. This is Wife Door's other hand. Yep. So we got her scissors hand here. And we're starting. This is the rope grab hand. It's a big pain in the butt to get the fingers covered. Oh, it always is. But we're getting there. Sculpting tiny wire with clay. Oh yeah, well, I will say, or covering tiny wire with clay, the discovery of super glue for this, oh my goodness, that's a game changer. For the longest time I would have to fiddle with using like clay glue to try to get it to stick. Is the worst thing ever. So at least it's gotten a little bit better over time. Sometimes I think making each finger individually, like as a separate entity, and then combining it together might be good, but it's difficult to make individual fingers all match up, you know, in the end. There's definitely room for technique refinement here. So it'll click one day, I'm sure. I would say that's a benefit if you can get away with doing hands without an armature. You escape this hassle, but you deal with a different type of hassle. So pros and cons. Salad fingers. You know, didn't the maker of Salad Fingers start streaming on Twitch? I don't know if he's still doing it, but it's been interesting to see through the years these creators that are like iconic creators kind of come and go through Twitch. I was using super glue, yeah, to get the clay to really stick to the metal. Yeah. Yeah, he did. I'm pretty sure he did stream on Twitch. Probably not anymore. But he did for a little bit. A little while. I think we'll try and refine these fingers as much as possible before we even before we add the palm. Just gives us more room to work. No, you put the super glue down and you just stick the clay right to the super glue. It'll stick right to it. Almost instantaneously. Oh, wow. Oh, yeah. Fur everywhere. Without the glue, is it difficult to stick to the metal? Yes. Very, very much so. How dare you ask so many questions? How dare you? I'm out of here. Just kidding. You are forgiven. £123 shepherd. Let's see. 2%. I think it's 2% of the body weight per day. Or is it 2.5%? This is 2%. So what are you looking at there for meat? Yeah, probably about pound and a half, 2 pounds. Yeah, 2.2. Yeah, about 2.2% or 2.2 pounds of meat per day to keep that dog's body weight in meat. That's the rule of thumb if you do raw feeding, is a 2%. 2% rule. Percent of their body weight in meat per day. Yeah, no, that's what she would take. That's what she would need if you were to feed her meat every day. About 2.2 pounds. So each meal, if you do 2 meals a day, that's like a little over a pound of meat per day or per meal. I don't blame her. I would do the same. Here's a fun, disgusting fact about dog food. There is a substance that comes out of the end of the pipeline of human waste processing plants. Okay. Well, they have somehow found a legal loophole to turn this substance into a ingredient for dog food. Yeah, so I would look for this ingredient. I have to remember what it's called. So it's like biological. It's like biological something ingredient. That's what it's called. That's why they have to classify dog food. One of the reasons they have to classify dog food as inedible for human, or not safe for human consumption. What was it called? It's not gonna bother me until I find it. Yeah, just really check your ingredients list. And there's something. Okay, so when you're buying kibble, if you're feeding your dogs kibble, here's a rule of thumb. Ingredients lists, if you didn't know, are the order that things are in the ingredients list is from most to least by percentage. So always remember that when you look at any ingredients list, whatever the first ingredient is, that's the highest percentage of what's in there. So you always notice when they have like these selling features of like, ooh, this, that, and the other thing, and you'll look at it and they'll be at the bottom of the ingredient list. That means there's just like a tiny amount of that good stuff. So, and with dog food, there's a rule of thumb called the 2% rule, which is salt is never more than 2% salt content. So if you go to the ingredients list, go all the way to where salt is, anything below salt on the list is less than 2%. So there's some dog food kibble hunting facts for you. Geez, not easy to find, of course. Yeah, that's all right. I'll look. I'll find it again. What it's actually called. What that particular ingredient is called. We just called it sludge, biosludge. Yeah, but it gets that biosludge gets taken and then turned into that ingredient, and then of course they can rename it into something that doesn't sound as diabolical as it is, because that's what they always do. Did start to sell it, yeah. It's used for other things like fertilizers. You want to make sure when you buy chicken that it says vegetarian diet. It's usually not the cheapest chicken, but usually one tier up the label will start to say like vegetable and grain diet. It's important that it says that, because if it doesn't say that, guess what they're eating? They're eating the sludge, unfortunately. That's funny, Recon. My mom works for a company that builds the facilities that you were working in. It's always interesting to learn about all that stuff. The ins and the outs, how everything works.
The strength of the cnotbusch kingdom lies not in our walls, but in our people. March to war.
Hey. Doom Fruit. Hey, thanks for the raid. Welcome, raiders. Welcome in. We're sculpting a hand here. Well, the fingers of a hand so far. Here's the other hand. Good to be here. Enjoy these nerds. I shall. Hey, thank you so much. I appreciate it. I hope you had a great stream. This is part of a two-character piece. This is the Quilting Dwarves. What this project is I've taken the likeness of a husband and a wife They're the clients of this piece. And I've taken their likeness and I've made them into dwarves. So we did drawing dragon graveyards today. Oh, nice. We've been doing a lot of dragons lately. Speaking of dragons, we are starting a new class on Sunday, the very beginning, where I will teach you guys how I sculpt dragons from start to finish. It'll be every Sunday we'll meet. You're able to submit your projects on Discord for any feedback every week. And to give you a sample of how I make dragons, let me show you. Here's a dragon. We're not gonna go this big, of course, but this is a big one. Big dragon. You can watch it after the fact. Yeah, if you can't join the live, it's fine. All the videos will be saved pretty much indefinitely. So it's a free resource that will be available. Now this is a scene where we have a black dragon, and he's stalking his prey. Here's his prey. This little novice mage character. He's holding a tiny little wand here, but he's kind of like this. He's kind of got his back against the wall, and he's like looking over his shoulder. And meanwhile, the dragon's kind of looking at him like straight down. So, actually, let's see if we can. Can't really get him out. You get the idea. So he's kind of like looking around the corner, and from his perspective, we're gonna make sure he doesn't really see anything. And then meanwhile, the dragon is yeah, lunch exactly. We have a few dragons in the works here, all really unique too. This one is a wall hanging piece, which we're working on the wings of. This is a blue dragon. This will have a light up feature for the breath. Got one wing done and the other one's almost done. He'll be kind of attacking a ship. Get the idea. So it'll hang on the wall like this, and then there'll be like the wall piece, and then there'll be an L bracket kind of thing, and then the floor. And on the floor will be like ocean waves that we're gonna do in like clear resin, and then we're making the ship right now. But there'll be this ship that's kind of capsized and getting it kind of like hit with the breath weapon. Yeah. So I'm making the ship intact and full, and then we're gonna cut it up and make it look capsized and broken. So, and then let me show you guys the third dragon. The third and final dragon I have in the works currently. I just happen to have a lot of dragons going on. We're about to start another one. All very different kind of styles. Different compositions. Now this one's furthest along with the wings. There we go. This is Alduin from Skyrim. Yeah. So See the quite a big wingspan, but they look really nice and they're really sturdy. And they're detachable, so they come off like this. So we can work on these individually. Nice and smooth, really strong. They're my current dragons. And like I said, we'll be starting a new one for class this Sunday. Now, it's worth mentioning, like I said, most of my work is commissioned, but the dragon piece will be something that will be available. So as I'm working on it and it's progressing, if it turns out to be something someone would like, you can message me at any time. It'll be first come, first serve, as far as if you want to claim it for yourself. But it will be finished as the class project. But the class project, we're not making. I'll show you the kind of the direction we're going with the class, because I want to make something that is going to be. Those dragons I just showed you are all like intermediate level dragons, but we're going to be doing an intro level dragon, which I think will be something like this. This is the direction we're going, this kind of style, and just the basic idea. It's not going to look exactly like that, of course, but just to give you an idea of, we're doing kind of like a young dragon or a whelp that isn't like cartoony, so it still will have the high level detail, but we'll have more of the cuter, so like smaller wings, cuter features, like a young dragon, so a child, dragon toddler, we'll say. Hey, what's up, Ren Melon? Hey, thank you for the raid. Welcome. We were just talking about dragons. How was your stream there, Ren? We're gonna keep cleaning up these fingers here. Okay. Cats. Some stinky cats. Nice, very nice. I saw so the place I ended up getting my car from was out in the farm, out on a farm, and he had a 1-year-old golden retriever. It was the cutest pup ever. And he also had a bunch of little baby cats roaming around in his garage. They were also very cute. Never been a cat person, but I don't mind them either. I just don't think I would own one. But, you know, if my brother ends up moving in with us eventually, then I will have 2 cats by proxy. He's got 2 cats. How many did Emma want? She didn't go with me to pick it up. It was me and old neighbor Bobo. He's a good guy. The missus is gonna make him a cheesecake for helping us out with the car situation. She likes to do that. Reward our neighbors with home baked German style sweets. I'll put together a garden basket, I think. Some potatoes and onions. And... Sorry to raid and run. That's okay, I forgive you. Don't ever let it happen again, okay? How dare you? I'm just kidding. I'm just gonna start taking people's sorries. I'll start taking it to heart. Well, if they're sorry, they must have done something wrong. So I guess I need to take it seriously. Yeah. Yeah. Gotta be my neighbor. Yeah. You will get sweets and garden produce. There's always a chance of the occasional neighborly sculpture too. Although I don't do that too often because my schedule is quite booked. No time for personal projects, unfortunately. I charge you in fall leaves and black walnuts. All those miscellaneous things that are a burden to you are valuable to me, and I'll take them. Oh, grass clippings? Yes, please. Wait, no herbicides, right? So, I've had multiple neighbors that are like, oh, you want these grass clippings here? I'm like, oh, yeah, sure. Wait a minute. You've been spraying those herbicides on your yard? If you take grass clippings from someone's yard who's like sprayed herbicides and only grass grows, what will happen is the garden that I put that grass on will now no longer grow anything other than grass. So I have to be very careful with that. Some of those herbicides are so potent they will even survive a cow's digestion cycle. So if you had a cow that grazes on land that had herbicides sprayed, the herbicides will still be inside the cow's manure. It's pretty crazy stuff. You have to be careful. But, fun fact, corn is technically a grass, so you can still grow corn on land that has been sprayed with herbicide. But didn't realize I stood up against that. Yeah, I know. It's crazy, right? "10 miles, you live in the deep woods." Well, based on your name, I would assume so. I really like having neighbors. I would like to live like, you know, like something like that, like off grid and all that stuff, but I also do really enjoy I do enjoy having neighbors, connecting with people around me. All I heard was cheesecake, and that's all I can think about now. Oh yeah, the missus makes an excellent German-style cheesecake. Well, if you come out to cnotcon, you can have some. I'm sure she'll make some cheesecake. Actually, yeah, I think she will, because it'll be Sir Jinx's birthday. Greatest convention there ever was, cnotcon. Done. Yeah, you just have to message me if you want to come to cnotcon, because then I can add you to the Discord group. I think the dates are locked in for October, the weekend of October 8th, I think, or 5th, 4th or 5th. So. It'll be in the Quad Cities. You gotta get here in the Quad Cities. And we're having it, we're at a place that usually everyone just rents cabins, so you have to get a cabin. I mean, I guess you could tent it, but I would recommend at that time of year cabining up. What are the Quad Cities? It's a nice little place on the border of Illinois and Iowa, right off the Mississippi River. It's called the Quad Cities because there's 4 cities all smushed next to each other. Not like big cities. They're like medium, small-sized cities. It's a nice place. I really like it here. Just imagine you're there. All right. Okay. That'll do. St. Louis. They're south of me. Just right up the follow the river north, and there I am. I'm in good walking distance from the Mississippi River. It's a pretty impressive body of water, that's for sure. When you're standing at the shore of it and realizing it's a river, not a lake. The land of bridges and eagles. Ah, yes. The heaviest of coin purses. Seen sharks in it? Yeah, it's connected to the ocean technically, so that's pretty crazy. In a world where money were no object, it would be so cool to have like one of those houseboats, and you just take it all the way down the Mississippi River to the ocean and go travel around in the ocean and then come back. My mom knew a guy that had one of those though, and it was $1,000 to fill the tank. Can you imagine? That is insane. Absolutely insane. Hello, Chauncey. How do you do? Oh, yeah, right. if that's the fuel cost, what's the maintenance? Boats are money sinks for sure. I would mind an old John boat or something simple, but I don't know. In my current life, there wouldn't be time. I don't have time to be messing around with that. So. Tributaries. What do you mean? I'm not sure what that means. I did find, so there's this place nearby. It's called Lake George, and we just camped there recently, and you can rent boats there, and it's like $12 an hour for a John boat. So now that's what I'm talking about. I don't need to own a boat. I can just borrow one every once in a while. Don't gotta haul it or take care of it. Just show up. All the side quest rivers are tributaries. Oh, okay. Yeah, you're right. There's a lot. Yeah. Yeah, in the area that we live in, too, there's just a bunch of them that can all come together, so... Side quest. I will now call them side quest rivers. I immediately understood. You have to translate everything into medieval fantasy language. Ah, yes. Side quest rivers. I see. I grew up next to the Fox River, which is a tributary of the Mississippi as well. And it's like what, 150, probably 150 miles east. Well, they call the Mississippi the Nile of America. And if you go down to southern Illinois, you'll see there's a very similar there's a town right at the fork in the river in southern Illinois called Cairo. Even a few pyramids off of the river. I think there's one in St. Louis. Last pyramid, but it's a river that flows into it. Okay, so it's not rivers that flow out of it, just the ones that flow into it, like that feed into it. Oh, but none of them flow out of it, right? Or I don't know. So there's another word for that. Alton. Yeah, there's a really interesting area in southern Illinois called the Garden of the Gods in Shawnee National Park. That's where the first CNETCon happened. It happened because I wanted to go see the I wanted to just go check that area out and go explore it, and people from stream caught on and it became an event. So Oh, I want to go. I want to go. That was the first one. Colorado does have one of those, but it's more mysterious in Illinois because it's this giant boulder rock formation and no mountains, you know. Whereas in Colorado is, you know, it's not a fish out of water, you know. Shawnee's beautiful, and Carbondale has a park that's D&D themed. Really? Oh man, maybe we need to go back down south for another CNET kind of eventually. That's pretty cool. Is it worthwhile? I wish there was more like D&D themed things, like restaurants and stuff like that. Don't you guys ever wish that? There's a lot more of that stuff over in Europe, like medieval themed stuff. Yeah, Jack, if you join, I don't know if you're part of our Discord, but we have an around the world section where that photos of like that would fit in perfect there. It'd be cool to see. Monster Hunter themed restaurant in Japan. What's going on with the camera here? It's kind of flickering every once in a while. Their castles are real, yeah. Driving down the highway in Germany, you see like little, you know, the brown signs that we have for like the zoo or whatever. They have signs like that, and it's for castles. I always thought that was really cool. I think this time when we go, we should definitely check out some castles. It's just not, it's where the Mrs. hometown is. It's not really super close to any of them, so it's quite a road trip. And if you didn't know, gas prices in Germany are not we'll just say not like America. it's like $7 or $8 a gallon. No problem. Yeah, I know. When you become a little bit cultured, you realize America's prices on gas have never been bad, even at their highest. You can, yeah, you can drive across the whole country in probably about 4 or 5 hours. It's like the size of, I don't know, a little bit smaller than Texas. I think the coolest place to check out would be Cologne, the dome in Cologne. The huge Gothic looking cathedral. That place is very mysterious. Our internet is a disgrace. It's definitely better than it used to be. I mean, you're kind of right, because Ina's village that she comes from is population of 400 people, and they have fiber internet. So, but that just happened. That just happened 2 years ago, but still. But I'm wondering if they were setting the lines going from one city to the other, and her village just happened to be in the middle of that pathway, you know. I don't know if they all are like that. Okay, we really got a good start on these fingers, but we're gonna have to leave that there for now. We'll continue that some other time. I'm gonna have to get out of here, get some rest so I'm nice and recharged for the next day. Tomorrow is Thursday. We'll be working on the Minotaur tomorrow morning, which the axe is finished here. So we will create, I think, hands. There's like seasons, I swear. I feel like I'm doing the same steps on every project. So we'll be doing more hands, but they're Minotaur hands tomorrow. And we'll have to figure out if we want to make this detachable, and if we make it detachable, how and where it will be detachable. So, but usually I sculpt the hands holding the weapon, and then we just kind of connect those to where the arms are. Because making it so it holds like an empty slot that the weapon kind of goes into. It's better, I think it's better if you're going to have it detachable, you have the hand permanent, and you have like the detachment point somewhere like at the wrist, you know, so. With like a little peg and socket, so. Yeah. It's that kind of week. Hands and wings, that's right. Hands and wings. Except for Morgoth. He's looking really cool with all his armor. We'll finish his back piece on Friday, and then we'll begin. We have to make his weapon. He's got a big hammer. And then after that, we're gonna be doing the lighting and the base. Actually, base first, because I think I'll sculpt the base out of cast clay. I don't think I'll use mixed media for that. But anyways, yeah. Glad all the car stuff is behind us now, so bing, mission accomplished there. If you guys didn't know, announcement, this Sunday we're starting a new class. If you want to learn how to sculpt how I do, we're creating a dragon from start to finish. Not all on Sunday, it'll be the next 15 Sundays. So if you want to learn to sculpt how I do, I'm designing this class in a way that anybody of any skill level can follow along and gain lots of information and how to And you should be able to follow along and produce a good result no matter what skill level you're at. Our last class we did was funded by an individual. This one is funded by you guys, so if anyone would like to chip in and help that cause, there's a link down below or in the chat, and I do appreciate it. So every bit counts and helps. So we have our goal set for that, and we'll be running that until the class is finished. But so far we're off to a really good start because it hasn't even started yet. So, things are looking good. That I think that's how we'll probably do things moving forward. So, but anyways, thank you all for joining me. Let's find someone to raid. I'm gonna get out of here. I'm gonna go watch I've been working my way through this show called Sweet Tooth. I'm sure a lot of you guys have already seen it, but I've been working through the last season, so probably watch an episode of that and then go to bed. Let's see here. Let's see who's online. Good show, no spoilers. Okay. Yeah, don't do that. Let's see. You know what? We're gonna go raid Mr. Tobias. He's working on some miniature stuff. Gotta help this guy's creative endeavors. Keep him on the creative side, you know. He's putting together some minis. Old Toby. All right, everybody. Till next time. Bye-bye.